Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Kobe. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new around here, we usually fish on a Ginu. That's what we're on today. We're out fishing some salt water in an area that we fished quite often, but we haven't been down here since the cold season. Florida just went through its usual month or 2 month cold season, and I think last week or this week was the end of that. Monday was pretty cold, Tuesday night was pretty cold, but Tuesday morning and then throughout the rest of the week it has been pretty warm. Apologies about the train or any birds you hear in the background, but we are going to be fishing a residential area today. We got mangroves, docks, and canals. All types of fish could be here: sheep's head, snook, redfish, trout, black drum, tarpon, who knows. Searching for anything that wants to bite my lure today. We are going to be fishing with artificial lures, mostly NLBNs. We got the mini mullet and the 3-inch tied on. If we can't get them on that, we do have the cast net, and we'll search around for some live mullet. But I think we're going to need probably 2 to 3 weeks of a little bit warmer weather before these fish get super keyed in on that live bait. But we're just going to mess around today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and if you like today's video, please do hit that like button, as it helps me out tremendously. Enjoy the video. Let's go catch some fish. All right, so this is what we're going to be using today. This is the 2500 Stradic. We got a little mullet tied on. We do have the 5K Stradic with us on the boat. We're just going to be throwing this for now. See if it gets us anything. If not, we'll switch to the trusty 3-inch. I'm seeing some fish, a school of fish back up here, blow up on something, so we're just going to slowly work our way back there, up into this canal. These fish are munching down here, so I'm going to try to maybe pick up the pace and just go get them while they're still feeding. What is going on down here? These mullet are gonna jump in my boat. What's going on here? We done? No. I think there's definitely a school of fish. There's a school of fish sitting right there. And I think I've already tossed the mullet at him. So I'm gonna switch to the 3-inch real quick. Okay, I'm 90% sure there was a little school of fish over here, so we switched to the 5K Stradic. Little 3-inch mud minnow with the 3/4 ounce head, I believe. That's some 30-pound leader on. Hopefully these were actually fish and not just mullet. Oh, hi, puppy. Puppy doesn't like me. Okay, I see probably a dozen fish. I'm gonna try it to the outside first. Wow, there's a lot of fish right here. Try to skip it even closer. Looks like they want nothing to do with it. Look at them. I see them. That's crazy. So I got stuck on the 3-inch, and they're not really interested. So I'm gonna pick up the mini mullet. I think I just spooked a bunch of them. That is not a good sign, folks. Right in front of a snook. He don't want it. He's too cold. Oh. He kind of wanted it. Oh, that was a big snook. Wow. Jeez. Those were good sized snook. That's chalked. So I thought they were redfish, but they're all pretty good sized snook. I think maybe one showed interest in the mini mullet. I'm not sure. It wasn't that big though. But I spooked them, of course. So we're just gonna move on. Hopefully they come back. I'll stay in the area for 30 minutes and check if they're still there, see if they want to eat, and then move on. Oh my. That was a big tarpon. Oh. That was just a ladyfish. Don't know what that was, but probably a ladyfish if I had to guess. I thought I saw a tarpon in this little canal, but it could have just been a ladyfish. I'm not 100% sure if ladyfish roll like tarpon though. Whatever it was definitely rolled. Finally got something. A little red. I knew I saw a little red up in these canals. This is back in that same spot where I saw all those other fish before. Tiny little micro red. Let's go ahead and get him back. It's good to get the skunk out of the boat though. That is nice. Micro trout, quick release. Probably best I don't touch him anyways. I saw a fish blow up back up in here on these rocks. My gut is telling me to pick up the mini mullet, but I haven't caught anything on the mini mullet. So I don't know if I really want to do that. Looks like this canal is stacked with some trout. Quick release. 3 fish just like that pretty quickly. Damn. Fuckers bit my tail off. I'll pick up the mini mullet for a second. Looks too gassed, not too back up in here. Little snook. Don't know if I'll count that one as a catch, but it's a good sign. My drag was way too loose, so I'm glad I didn't hook a big one right there. Would have been bad. That little snook could have been the snook that, or the fish that blew up back up in here. Most of the time, smaller fish make a much more bigger wake than you anticipate, or a bigger explosion, or a bigger head wake than you think. New 3-inch tied on. We'll see if there's anything else in this little back of the canal before we head out of here. Jesus. Getting pummeled down there. Look at that. Ugh. Jeez, what am I doing? Second little redfish of the day. Still back up in this little canal. Cast it here a bunch of times with the mini mullet. Only got a little snook pick up the 3-inch and a little red appears. I think there might be more down there, which would be pretty cool. Try not to leave 100 yards of fishing line in a tree, boys and girls. I know this is probably some just older gentlemen, but that can go to any type of wildlife, bird, sea turtle, squirrel, anything you can think of. If they get a hold of this, it'll not be fun for them. That was definitely a fish, but I missed him. Motherfucker. It's definitely a fish in there. Felt like a little red fish the way they were bopping it. Motherfucker! Bro, what is going on back up in there, dude? Holy shit. They're smoking me as soon as it gets hit. There we go. I finally got one. There's a bunch of these little guys back up in there. Keep peppering me. Finally smoked one. Oop, he's pooping. Oh, I pooped all over the boat. Alright, school of snook. Do they want a 3-inch? These snooks are buffoons, bro. Oh, man. Dude, they are thumping me. Hope you guys can see that in the rod. But these snooks don't want nothing to do with me. Get out of there. Jeez. Oh, redfish are crazy strong, man. There's something else with it. That's crazy. I think it was another red. This is a beautiful little redfish right here. Nice little butterball. Beautiful blue tail right there. Look at that. Nice little January, beginning of February redfish. Let's get him back. All of these redfish that you guys have seen, I think besides one, have all come from this corner right here. It looks like these mangroves, we're in super low tide right now. It looks like these mangroves are pretty good overhang. They probably have like a 4 to 5 foot overhang at least. It's probably more than that. And it's really deep right here off this corner and mega shallow, probably 20 feet up there. And pretty deep right here in this this canal channel. And what's going on is these redfish are sitting right off of this ledge underneath these mangroves. They're sitting lower down in the water column because it's a lot warmer down there. And they're just not moving, they're just staying still, waiting for something to slowly come by them, and they're just munching it. With these snook though, these snook are actually posted up probably 10 feet up on the shallow ledge right there. I can see them plain as day. It's probably 12 to 20 snook. And again, they're just sitting still, not moving. All of these fish are super cold. Even though we've had some warmer air temps, we still need, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks of actual warm weather to warm up the water. So it's cool. It's kind of cool to see what these fish are targeting on. You can see the snook. I've only gotten one snook, and it's only been on the mini mullet. But I know I've casted in front of some snook along this area. And these snook are passing up the mini mullet, or they're passing up the 3-inch right here, but they showed a little interest to the mini mullet. But these redfish and trout, they're only keyed in on the 3-inch because it's down below where they are rather than the snook are up top where the mini mullet is. It's just kind of cool. All I was doing was just trying to skip it as far up in there as I can without it letting it get caught in the mangroves, and just letting it sink, popping it and moving it, and most of the time they were even hitting it on the fall. It's just a little hard to get it back up in there, but once you get it back up in there, you're pretty sure you should get one. These snook are driving me bonkers, bro. They're just sitting there tormenting me. I know it's a good chance they're not gonna eat, but they're right there. They're literally right there. Right there. In this like shaded area that you guys can't see. But like probably 5 feet from that shadow line. And there's quite a bit of them. Bro. These snooks suck, man. They just bumped the side of a snook. Every time I mess with these snook, I get stuck. Redfish are chewing. Got a couple trout. But the snook? No. You get anything below 75-degree weather, the snook don't know how to eat. It's ridiculous. Look at this, fellas. Just a free NLBN right here hanging on. Brand new. Not really brand new, but NLBN. Given by the mangroves. Just trying not to leave our trash out here, fellas. Oh, got him out. Another little red. I caught this guy on a thumper with no tail. Let's try that again. Came back to that spot where we caught the reds this morning. Had a little thumper tied on, lost the tail, but still managed to catch this little guy. There's another redfish with him. Another one. Micro. Probably catch like 1 or 2 more and then I'll dip out of here. I'm really just trying to see if there's any big ones in here, but it doesn't really look like there is. These little dwarf guys, they're getting smaller. We're going backwards. Look at the spots on this guy. Wow. 6 spots. It's crazy. 11 to 3 inch. Let me tell you that. Good Snook. No way. Let's see if we can keep him pinned. Let's see if we can keep him pinned. Loosen up a little bit. Trying to stay away from this sailboat behind me. Good size snook. Biggest fish of the day by far. That's what I was after too. Let's see if we can get her right here. Heck yeah. Good size snook. Beautiful snook right there. Nice little size snook right there. Beautiful, beautiful snook. 3-inch. People on the boat giving us a honk. Oh, there's a dolphin. Fuck this dolphin, bro. This dolphin's not getting this fish. Let's go ahead and get a measurement of this snook. Nice, healthy 27-inch snook. Not bad. Beautiful little snook. One last look at him. Go ahead and give her a good release. Spin her around, give her a couple shakes. I had her out of the water for a good bit. Super cold. Should be ready. There she goes. Back up into the mangroves. Boom, boys. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it is. I don't know. Some people say this would be prime conditions. I don't really like these conditions. Super overcast. Sun is nowhere to be seen. A little cold, temperatures definitely dropped, and the wind picked up. So not the most ideal conditions for the Ginu, but I was actually on my way in and decided to hit a couple more spots because I'm already out here. These mangroves again, we're hitting some mangroves, skipping the 3-inch. These mangroves have like 10 feet of overhang. Like they go back up in there. And super low tide still, and I'm just skipping the mangrove, and I skipped it way back up in there. And that nice little 27-inch snook came out. So we may cast a couple more times to see what else we can get, or we may just head out of here. Let's see. Alrighty guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for today's video. Ended up back at the house, didn't make the outro out in the water, so we're making it in the truck. Made it home safe and sound. We're about to give the boat and the rods a wash down. It was a fun day out in the water. I hope you guys enjoyed. We ended the day with that nice 27-inch snook. We skipped that 3-inch far underneath the mangroves, and they came out and crushed it. Super stoked about that, and very appreciative for that snook to come out and bite the 3-inch. It was a much colder day than I anticipated. Forgot the jacket. Wish I would have brought that out with me. The wind picked up and the sun disappeared towards the end of the day, but we got on a nice little rat red bite there for a little bit. on that one little corner. Those reds were just stacked on those mangroves. Was fortunate enough to go back there at the end of the day as well and get one more. But yeah, that's gonna go ahead and do it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a fun day out in the water. If you guys are new to the channel and enjoy this type of content, please do hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button, as it does help me out tremendously. I hope to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you have a great day. Peace out.